Hello everybody and welcome back. This is the last session for Module 2. We will talk about GWT attacks and how to attack GWT authentication and how to attack GWT tokens. Okay. First, there is the three things you need to know. First of them, GWT is not an encryption. You can always decode the GWT. GWT is only signed and verified, but it can be decoded. Second, if secret compromised, GWT becomes worthless. GWT depends a lot on the signature and verification on the secret. So if you know the secret, you can generate as many as you can of GWT tokens. The third thing, that GWT signature is based on the GWT algorithm. Depends on the algorithm you are using, the GWT signature will change. So if you change the algorithm, the GWT signature will change. Okay, let's dive and see how these three things works in attacks. First, GWT is not encryption. If you remember this picture from the last session, this is the GWT token structure. It contains the headers and body and signature. It's a 3 column and it all encoded in base 64. So it's not hashed, it's not encrypted, it's only encoded with base 64. And the last column for signature is only to validate that the content of the token is not changed. So let's have an example to see how we can decode it. If we go to gwt.io, which is the online GWT debugger, and let's grab an sample GWT token. Let's paste it here. Okay. We don't know the signature or the secret. Sorry, we don't know the secret for this token, and here is invalid signature because we don't have the secret. But we are able to see the content of the header and the content of the payload, the data, because it's only decoded. It only encoded with base 64. So it's very easy to decode it and see any data in it. So first thing, when you notice the GWT token in authentication or any AJAX request or any data in any website, the first thing is try to decode it and try to see what kind of data in the payload. Many developers forget this thing and depend on GWT to store sensitive data. So it's a good source of information to see what data in the payload. Okay. Second thing is bypassing the algorithm. If you remember, we are using algorithm and secret to generate the signature for the GWT. The algorithms may be H256 or RS256. So what if we change the header and make the algorithm to none? Let's imagine the scenario. The backend API server generates the token using the algorithm and the secret and send it to the client. We intercept the connection and change the algorithm in the token header to none and send it back to the server. The server, when trying to verify the signature of the GWT token, he opens the header to know which algorithm used in the GWT. He saw that none, so he neglect the verification process and already use the GWT and says the GWT is a valid
token. So we don't need to know the signature. Actually, we only changed the algorithm from the algorithm used to none to bypass the verification process. To understand this attack, let's have example. Here we have a demo website with the GWT generated for us. So let's have the GWT. First thing, as we said before, let's paste it and try to see what's data in it. Here in the header, the type of algorithm GWT, the algorithm itself is HS256. Here is the payload of the GWT, and here is the signature. Okay, what we need to do is to change the algorithm to none, and let's delete the signature but leave the dot. Here we have a ready to use GWT token with algorithm none and without signature. So let's submit it back to the server. Click send. Okay, he said valid GWT and the algorithm is none. In this case, we bypassed the GWT signature, so the algorithm is none, so no need to validate it. And we attacked the website, so we can submit any data in the payload we want, and it will always be valid. Okay. Second type bypassing the algorithm is to change the algorithms from RS256 to HS256. RS256 is using RSA to key pairs, public key and private key, to validate the token. It means that when generating the token, it generated using private key as a secret, and when validating the key, he used public key to validate the signature. In this case, we don't have much information, but if we know the public key of the website, so we can change the algorithm in the token to HS256, and we can use any type of data we want in the payload and generate token using public key that we already grabbed from the website. And when we submit it to the backend server will try to verify the signature using public key, which is the same secret we used to assign the new token, so it will be valid. To see this attack in action, let's have example. This is RSA script. It will generate the GWT token using RSA public key and private key. If we grabbed the public key for the website, and we can generate a new token using the public key and change the algorithm from RSA 256 to HS256, and this will bypass the protection. I wrote a small PHP script to help us do it quickly. So if we pass the payload we want to sign in PHP in base 64, and here we can add the path to a public key, it will generate a new valid GWT token for us. So if you add it here, we click validate, he says
valid token, because he are reading the algorithm from the GWT. So he read the algorithm used is HS256, and and the public key as a secret, and we used the public key to sign our new token, so it will be valid. Last attack we want to show here is crack the GWT secret. Actually, cracking the GWT secret maybe take a while, but it works in weak secrets. And what we mean when we say crack the GWT secret, we mean that the GWT in this case using the HMAC algorithms. So let's see examples. Let's grab an example GWT and try to brute force it. There is a lot of scripts there, but the popular one is GWT crack. He uses a dictionary to try to guess what is the password, what is the secret for the GWT. So let's try to run it. Python crack GWT, and here we pass the GWT token. Sorry, the dictionary, I have to add the dictionary, and here he cracked the secret for the GWT token and found the secret key is password. I use their simple dictionary for the first 500 worst passwords, and the secret key was password. Another way to crack the GWT tokens is to use a brute forcing attack, and there is a tool made in Node.js called GWT Cracker. We can pass the GWT token and it will try to brute force it using a set of alphabets, but it will take time. So let's stop it for now. Okay. Now, how to mitigate these attacks and how to avoid it. Always use random complicated keys for the GWT secrets. GWT secret is the most important piece of information in the GWT. If the GWT compromised or guessed or anything, the GWT will be worthless. The hacker can generate as many as he wants of GWT tokens. Second thing, force algorithm in the backend. Don't depend on the algorithm in the header of the token. It can be spoofed, so always force the algorithm in the backend. Third thing, make the token expiration, time to live, and refresh time to live as short as possible to avoid any reuse for token. Because as we said before, GWT tokens is stateless, so it don't have a logout, and the developer can't revoke the token if the token compromised. So you will have to make the token expiration as short as possible. And last thing, and the most important, use HTTPS everywhere to avoid man-in-the-middle attack. This is what we have for GWT attacks. And please, if you have any questions, please submit it in the forum, and I will answer it as I can. And if there is something need to be explained in a short video, I will do it. So please let me know what you are suggestion and what your feedback, what you don't understand, and I will answer it. So see you next time. Thank you.